Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun, Shows World.
Welcome to Shows World Gamers. Josh here, and it is once again that time of the week. The week is drawing to a close, and I wanted to take a moment so we can look at some of the biggest news stories from this past week. We're also going to look at some of the gaming announcements that took place over this last week, and of course, we're definitely going to take a look at the biggest video game releases of the week. But do me a quick favor, if this is your first time on the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join in on the fun. Alright gamers, let's kick off this week in review with a few news stories. Now, PlayStation did have its 30th anniversary. It took place this week, and Sony surprised us with some pretty cool stuff to commemorate the milestone. That has, well, kind of us older gamers taken a little back that the PlayStation 1 actually launched 30 years ago. That just seems crazy. But Sony kicked off the celebration a few weeks back with the release of the 30th anniversary special edition PlayStation 5 consoles, controllers, and a portal. Then last week we got an official website celebrating the games and hardware over the past 30 years. This week we got a super cool trailer and a special PS1 surprise when we powered up our PlayStation 5s, along with some limited edition themes based on the different consoles through the years. Now, the makers of the announced upcoming Super Sega console that is marketed as being able to play games from the past Sega consoles, all the way from the SG-1000 up to the Dreamcast, they've hit a pretty big roadblock. Sega has contacted the team requesting they cease using the name Super Sega, they destroy all prototypes of the consoles, and they shut down the website. Now, according to Time Extension, project lead Alejandro Martin replied to the demand stating a name change would be considered, but production will only cease if Sega covers the cost, expenses, and what customers have paid so far for the system. And if not, they will continue moving forward with the console as planned. Now, that new Pokemon TCG Pocket, which is the new Pokemon trading card game mobile game, it does appear to be, just a huge hit so far. It has reportedly surpassed $200 million in revenue during only its first month. The game is a free-to-play mobile game and allows you to build a digital collection of Pokemon cards you can then battle with. The game does give free packs to open daily, but more can be purchased with real-world money, and we've been messing around with this app a little bit here on the channel. On Sundays, we've been releasing shorts, opening up some packs, and my son's really enjoying the game. It's pretty fun. Next up, let's take a look at some gaming announcements. Now, as we expected over the events of the last 2 weeks, we once again got a new Donkey Kong game added to the Nintendo Switch Online service in the Game Boy library of games. And that game was, big surprise, Donkey Kong Land 3. It is joining the first two Donkey Kong Land games recently added to the service. Donkey Kong Land 3 is also kind of a light version of the Super Nintendo Donkey Kong Country games, taking cues from Donkey Kong Country 3, Dixie Kong's Double Trouble. Now, we also received the announcement of a bunch of classic 8 and 16-bit Disney games are being added to the AntStream arcade service, which is a gaming platform with well over 1,000 games. Although there is a lot of shareware style trash included, there's also a lot of fun classic games. The service can be downloaded on PlayStation consoles, Xbox consoles, PC, and mobile, and there is a yearly fee. I checked on this. My subscription to the service actually just ran out this week. I haven't played it in quite a while, but there's some good classic Disney games here that I would like to play, so I may be resubscribing to the service soon. Now, Echo Beach, I think that's how you pronounce it, EKOH Beach, received a release date trailer this week for its PC release. The release date is April 4th of 2025, but no console version info has been announced at this time. The game has you returning to your favorite childhood vacation spot to rebuild the town, befriend its new citizens, bring the planet back to life, and uncover the lost secrets after a robot rebellion. And this game kind of looks like it has a little bit of everything, and it could be some fun. I'm going to keep my eyes on this, and hopefully we get a console release. Alright gamers, let's finish up with this week's new video game releases. And we are going to start with Fantasia Neo Dimension. The game released this week on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, and Xbox Series systems. Now, in this turn-based RPG, you will be embarking on an adventure to discover your memories and save the world from a mechanical infection that robs humans of their emotions and lives and is slowly engulfing the world. Next up, Path to Exile 2 released this week on the PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems. The game is a free-to-play action role-playing game from Grinding Gears Games. The game features co-op gameplay for up to 6 players and is set years after the original Path to Exile game and has you return into the Dark World to seek out and end the spreading corruption. Now, Anton Blast released this week on the Nintendo Switch, joining the previous release on PC. The indie game is a fast-paced, explosive action platformer that, well, it's all about destruction. The game is definitely inspired by the Wario games and is similar to games like Pizza Tower. We did play an early version of the game here on the channel, and I had some fun with it, so I will link that video at the end of this one, so definitely check that out if you're thinking about getting this one. Now, Dogman Mission Impossible is based on the popular line of books that are kind of like comic book graphic novels, but for younger comic fans. And this game follows that trend as it is geared towards younger gamers. We tried out the platformer puzzle style game here on the channel, and it was okay, but I do think younger fans of the IP will really enjoy it. The game is available on the Nintendo Switch, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, PC, Xbox One, and Xbox Series systems, just in time for Christmas. Now, Fitness Boxing 3, your personal trainer, released this week exclusively on the Nintendo Switch. The game uses the Joy-Con motion controls to get you on your feet, moving around, throwing punches. You can also personalize your daily workout. You can create a training routine that fits your schedule. You can set your workout boxing moves. You can set goals, target areas, duration, and more. This is a cool game if you're looking to get in shape and have some fun while doing it. Alright gamers, that concludes this week in review for the week ending on December 6th. The week started with us finishing up our playthrough of Mario & Luigi Brothership as we took on the final boss and experienced the ending. And our whole playthrough of this just really fun RPG is available to watch right now on the channel, so definitely check that out. Then we started getting what appears to be leaked images of the Switch 2 components and accessories coming from manufacturing, showing what appears to be a much larger console than the current Switch. And the week ended with Indiana Jones getting its early access digital release before it fully releases next week physically, as well as on Game Pass, where I will definitely be playing it, as this is one of my most anticipated games of the year. Let me know anything we may have missed in the comments, and thanks for joining us today, gamers. Remember, if you're new, hit that subscribe button. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. Shoach World out.